If you're still a Bernie supporter, wake up.
Are you at the point yet where you would call what's happening in Gaza a genocide?
You can use whatever word you want.
But Marjorie Taylor Greene is saying that she's the
That's
first
good for
Republican
Marjorie
to go there.
I'm sorry. Yeah. Look, genocide is a legal term. What is going on now clearly is absolutely horrific. 60,000 people dead and 140,000 who have been wounded. But the important point is not what you call it. It is horror. And I think the whole world knows that. The answer is, what the hell do we do about it? Should the United States taxpayer, should your taxpayer dollars go to support a government that is doing it? That is the most important issue. So immediately, you got to get ceasefire, you got to get humanitarian aid in, but the United States cannot continue to aid and abet the Netanyahu government doing what it's doing.
Bernie is refusing to call it a genocide, even though Israeli NGOs are now calling this a genocide. After this interview, Bernie then presented his bill to stop weapon sales to Israel. Here's what he had to say.
Hamas is a terrorist organization which began this war with a brutal terrorist attack on October 7th, 2023 that killed 1,200 innocent Israelis and took 250 hostages. Everyone agrees with that. The International Criminal Court was right to indict the leaders of Hamas as war criminals for those atrocities. And I think most of us agree with that. There is also, I believe, no disagreement as to whether or not Israel, like any other country similarly attacked, had a right to defend itself. Clearly, it did.
The biggest mistake I made was assuming that people like Bernie would at some stage start centering the Palestinian people for their suffering. The fact that all of these politicians feel the need to start every single speech like this makes me think that Palestinian lives don't really matter to them. And let's not forget that starting the timeline on October the 7th erases decades and decades of Palestinian suffering. Bernie's whitewashing that history intentionally. Remember that. He is laundering Israeli propaganda. Bernie isn't the humanitarian that people may assume he is. In my opinion, Bernie is probably more dangerous than people calling for genocide out loud. Because people like Bernie, who seem reasonable, create space for that bigotry to happen. Bernie enables them by being selective about Palestinian history.